Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you guys my March favorites video. I put up one in January. I did not put up one last month, so in February, and the reason being that I hadn't really gotten a hold of a lot of new products that I felt were worth changing. I found I was still using quite regularly a lot of the products that I mentioned in my January favorites, so there either wasn't going to be enough of a changeover between the 2 months, or I felt like I needed more time before I told you guys that these products were like actually my favorites. And even over that course of a month where I thought, you know, if I had forced myself into making a February favorites video, some of those products, you know, not that I don't like them, but now I'm finding better things. So I think that I'm going to continue kind of that way. Like if I can't do it every single month, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm only really going to share with you guys the things that I am absolutely in love with and that I would highly, highly recommend to you. So without much more yammering, let's get into it. Now I also do have a couple of like flop products that I want to talk to you guys about. Some of these I have mentioned before on my channel that I was having issues with. Some of them are, you know, I don't want to say older products because they're not like gone bad or anything like that, but products that I got, you know, a couple months back that I thought maybe I liked and then I forgot about them, and then when I grabbed them out I realized, you know what, I don't really like them that much. And then I do have one brand new product that I really, really dislike, but I'll get into that kind of stuff as well. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is the only hair product that I've got in this month. In my January favorites video, I mentioned I had the Batiste like shampoo, the dry shampoo that was coconutty. Again, another one that is not new, the cherry one. I have been looking for this since I started using dry shampoos. It is really, really hard to get where I am because I guess it's so popular. And I was walking through Shoppers Drug Mart a couple weeks ago, I guess, looking for new makeup wipes and things like that, and I stumbled upon it and I was just so excited. Cherry is my favorite like candy flavor. It's my favorite scent, which is weird because I don't like real cherries. Cherry Coke is my favorite drink of all time, so I'm so excited to get this. And kind of like the coconut one, I don't know why, and maybe somebody else knows the reason. I find that like the coconut one and the cherry one don't leave quite as harsh of a white residue in my hair as like the original one did, or I had an Ella Henderson one that left a lot of white residue, which is not a big deal. You can kind of like rub it in and whatnot, but this one I'm in love with. I love the scent. I'm definitely going to be picking up backups as soon as I see it because I went back to the Shoppers 2 days later and they were sold out of it. Love this. So I only really have one skincare product I want to share with you guys, and I mentioned it in my 40 beauty questions tag video that I hadn't tried it. The MAC, what's this called? Mineralized Volcanic Ash Exfoliator. I have now tried this. I am obsessed with this. It is like a, it is a black product. It's a black exfoliator scrub. This stuff is incredible. I use it, I put it on, and considering too that the exfoliator that I was using was not rough or abrasive at all, this one definitely is, so be aware of that. But I have really sensitive skin and it has not been giving me any trouble. I've been using it on my face. I even use it on like certain parts of my body. Like I get really dry skin all along here, especially now that I'm tanning quite frequently. But I'm obsessed with this stuff. It just leaves my skin feeling so soft and like clean and refreshed. It's amazing. I highly, highly recommend that you guys get your hands on this if you haven't had a chance to try it yet. I guess this is kind of like, this is probably the time to talk about this. One of the things that I don't like, and it's not skincare, but like it's a primer, and I had been hemming and hawing about picking it up for a really long time, and I'm wondering if I heard about the wrong product online, but I thought it was this one that everyone was saying it was supposed to be like a dupe for Benefits Professional, which if it's anything like this, I won't be getting either, and that is the NYX Pore Filler Primer. I cannot stress to you enough how much I dislike this. Now, this all may be because of my personal makeup preference. Now, this stuff, if you've never tried it, it is incredibly thick. Can you guys see that? And it kind of just reminded me of like Play-Doh or plasticine, and like it does what it says it's going to do. You can see that it has filled in all my pores, But I literally felt like because I like to wear such sheer foundation and sheer makeup, it was just so heavy on my skin and it beat it up really funny, and it caused my powders, my bronzers, like, you know, we'll call it my liquid bronzer foundation that I put on every single day. It made it settle really weird into my face. And I mentioned in that 40 questions beauty tag that I don't like cakey makeup, and I've never had a problem with it until I used this. And I went to my boyfriend's house and he kind of was like, your makeup looks kind of different today. And I was like, does it look cakey? And he's like, I didn't want to say anything, but yeah, it does. And the fact that he notices, and he's pretty like oblivious to most of the things I do with my makeup, that was just a bad sign to me. I literally only used it like one day, and I had tried it with a bunch of new products, so I was hoping that it wasn't the products, and I've had no problem with anything else except for this. I will not be repurchasing this. I will not be reusing this. I'm actually going to give this away to somebody who is like looking for more of a filled out look. I guess for me, I like a more sheer primer, more of a lotiony primer than like a filling primer, just because I like my own natural skin to shine through, and this did not let it shine through. I actually felt like I had clogged up all my pores like crazy after using this. So if it works for you, great. Did not work for me. Okay, another thing that I have picked up from NYX actually that I do love is the NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. Now, I had been pretty much religiously using my Max Fix Plus to set my makeup, but I'm really into this. I know that they have a matte version as well, but like maybe you can see I kind of like my makeup to look a little bit more dewy and like, you know, glowy. I don't like a matte finish on my face. I've been loving this. I will say that it does have kind of like a stronger smell to it that's vaguely unpleasant, but it dissipates so quickly that it's not worth even paying attention to. So really, really like that as well. The last like facey kind of foundation-y thing I finally picked up the MAC Mixing Medium. I've mentioned it, a few times that I use MAC Face and Body for my like bronzer foundation every single day. And basically what I do is I take like a little pan, it's dirty right now because I just did my makeup, and I would put like a couple of squirts of the MAC Face and Body in, and then drop in a couple dots of essential oil and mix it around just to thin out the formula. I finally picked this up because I knew that I could use this to do the same thing, and I like it more, I think, because the Face and Body is more of a water-based formula, so, you know, the oil thinned it out because it was separating the product, but this one kind of lets it shine through and do all its normal thing while still giving you a little bit more of a thinned out formula, so that for me, it is super, super sheer on my face, which I love. Another new thing that I just picked up, and you will be seeing this in a couple videos coming up because I'm going to be doing a like high-end makeup haul. I finally went to Sephora video, and also a YouTube made me buy it video, and you will see this. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I wear the shade Light. This actually brings me to another amazing thing that I can tell you guys about, and maybe I'll try and like insert video footage of me using the website here. I found a website online. It's called Findation, and basically what it is if you can like pick a brand of foundation that you've been using and that you love the shade and everything's great for you, and you click that and then you fill in as many as you can. So for me, I know I wear MAC NW20 in their Pro Longwear Concealer. I know I wear it in their Studio Fix Concealer. You know, when I was doing that swap video with Nicole Fisher, she had told me a couple of her favorite shades of her different kind of concealers that she liked, and I plugged them all in there, and then you hit find, and it lists every single brand that has been put into this database. So Tarte, MAC, Sephora branded stuff, Urban Decay, literally any kind of, drugstore options, everything, any kind of concealer or foundation that you can pick up on the market is listed in there, and it will tell you your corresponding shade. So I went on there to know that I needed light. It works great for me. This is the first time that I have really strayed far away from my MAC Pro Longwear. I gotta say, the applicator is like this big spongy dough foot. I will put it here just so you guys can see the color. That's my color right there. You guys can see it works perfectly for me, especially because I only really conceal under my eyes, so a little bit a lighter shade, a brighter shade brightens up my under eyes. I love my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, but I hate the pump because no matter how lightly you do it, you always get too much. I love this. It's so easy to control how much I'm putting on. It is fantastic. If you guys get a chance to, definitely try this out if you are looking for a new concealer. And I will try and kind of like insert video footage or something of me on that website so that you guys can see what I'm talking about, but I will also link it down below because it is phenomenal, and obviously it worked really well because I used it to find Nicole's shade in 2 MAC products, a concealer and a foundation, and she said it worked great, so that was awesome. Okay guys, so I hope that you can kind of see what this is. So it's basically at findation.com, and you come on here and you just hit get started. And then it says, okay, pick a brand that you wear. So I wear, you know, MAC, where is it? Right there. And I wear the, we'll type in the Pro Longwear Concealer. There it is. Okay, what's your shade? I am an NW20. And then you would maybe say add another match. Okay, I know that I wear that Tarte Shape Tape concealer, so let's find that Shape Tape. There it is in the shade Light. Okay, and then you can keep adding pretty much as many matches, and then you say find your matches, and now it'll give me this huge list of all these brands and tell you what shade that it thinks that you're in. Like tons and tons and tons. So if you guys are ever looking to find new concealers and foundations and you don't know your shade, this is the way to do it. Speaking of under eye concealing, another thing that I hate, and I talked about this before and I said I was going to give it another shot and I did, is this Essence Say No to Dark Circles. It has this more like peachy, pinky kind of a tone. But I find that no matter what I do, it just doesn't stick to my under eyes. So like I put it on and it looks great, and then I start trying to blend over it and cover it in this and it just disappears completely. And I've done it, you know, I wish I'd done it in a video where I've done one side with it and one side without it, and you literally can't tell a difference. So it's not doing really anything for me. Now thankfully it was a drugstore option. It was pretty inexpensive. I think it was like $3.99 or something like that. So I don't feel like I wasted a lot of money on it. But again, it's not something that I'm going to be using. I have definitely had better ones, and I'm sure I will find better ones on the market than that. Okay, the next thing we're going to get into is my blush that I have been loving. I've mentioned this so many times lately, and it is this Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Blush in the shade Score. Now, Nicole gave this to me as part of our swap, and I am obsessed with it. That is the color right there. I hope you guys can see that. Like that. These are beautiful. There is a little bit of a shimmer to it, so if you're like a matte blush, this might not be for you, but they last exactly like it says. They last for 8 hours. They're super long wearing, super soft, really blendable. This color for me is just gorgeous because I am so fair. It just gives me that, just exactly the amount of like peachy kind of like light color that I'm looking for. Obsessed with this. I went to Sephora and I tried to pick up other shades and I couldn't really find any that I was as much in love with as this one. So Nicole, you crushed this because you could not have picked a better shade for me, and I am obsessed with this. And whenever I don't know what blush I want to wear or I'm not sure what I'm feeling, I always go back to this one. Now I will get into, I've been highlighting, I don't know if you guys can see, aggressively and crazily all month. I picked up so many new highlighting products, and trying to just like shuffle between them all has been crazy. But yeah, so I'm obsessed with highlights right now. It's probably my new thing. So the first one that I got is the Benefit Sunbeam. It's like a liquid highlight. So it basically comes in what looks like a nail polish bottle. Now there's two. There was High Beam and Sunbeam or something. No, this is Sunbeam, so maybe the other one is High Beam, and it was more of like a pinky kind of color. This is the one that I like more, so it just goes on like that. So I like to sort of dot it all around, you know, over and under my eyes, down my nose and stuff, and then when you blend it in, you just get the most natural, like bronzy, sort of shimmery, like my camera's not, oh, there we go. I was going to say my camera's not doing it justice, but this stuff is beautiful. I've been really debating going and picking up the other one as well. But with summer coming up, I say that it literally snowed here last night and I was like, what is going on? But with summer coming up, I thought that a more bronze tone would be a little bit more flattering and than like the pinky lighter one, just because I assume, I don't really know, that I will have more of a tan. But yeah, so obsessed with that. And the other two new ones that I got are these Tarte Twinkle Sticks. They are in the shade Skylight and Spotlight. So they just look like this. They are in stick form. And I will show you guys. So this is Spotlight. And this is Skylight. I am wearing Spotlight on my cheeks today, and then I do have like a powder blush over top of it, or a powder highlight over top of it, excuse me. I would definitely say Spotlight's my favorite. Is that the one it is? I keep remembering. Yeah, Spotlight is more of my favorite because it is more of a natural one, but when I'm looking for a serious bang, I also love Skylight. These are beautiful. They're so easy to blend out. They will be on my face until I wash them off at the end of the night. I do have to go to work in a couple hours, and I will be there until like probably 2 or 3 in the morning, and I guarantee that when I get home they will still be on. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if these are out in Sephora yet. I picked these up online at Tarte's website, but if they come to your Sephora or you get a chance, definitely swatch them, definitely check them out. They are so worth it. They're incredible. That'll bring me to 2 Tarte products that I dislike. So I picked these up back in like October or something like that, and they are the, I don't even remember what these are called, like lip quench lip rescue balms from Tarte. Now the packaging is adorable. It's like one has coral all over it and one has shells, and you know, I really liked the colors when I first got these. Where can I put these? It's not over anything out. They are more sheared out because they are more balmy, and maybe that's why I don't like them. But my problem with them is that I tried to pull them back out and use them exactly what they're for. They are a balm. They're supposed to be a lot more sheer. And I don't know why it is, but they're so soft and malleable, and I really don't like that. You know, I have had some MAC lipsticks that I will keep in my pocket literally the entire night, and they will not change their form. They will get a little softer, but not crazy. These, like, literally, if I hold them for any length of time, they're all of a sudden so soft that you try and put them on, and they, like, splay out over the top, and it really bothers me, and it makes a mess. And on the lips, they, you know, I don't like glossy things, which I was aware of. These are not matte products, but, like, for what they're doing, they're not a balm. I don't find that they do quench my lips at all. They're just a sticky top layer that I really don't like. I have tried to use these over a course of months, and I find I'm never reaching for them. I'm never really that into them, so I'm going to be giving these away or passing them on or something because they're not my thing. Again, if you guys are using these and you like them and they're working for you, that's awesome. But for me, they just don't really fit a place in my makeup collection or in my like makeup routine, so I'm going to give them to somebody who maybe that they will. Since we're into lip products, I'm going to share with you guys the 3 lipsticks that I've been loving this month. So this first one is from Pure Cosmetics, and Nicole gave it to me in our swap, and it is in the color Obsessed, and I am obsessed. It's beautiful. It's like this kind of cool toned, oh, there we go, like pink. There it is right there. I am obsessed with it. It is beautiful. Now you guys can just see by that, it is so opaque. It goes on so creamy, so smooth, super pigmented, really easy to work into your lips, and it does dry matte. I love this. I wear it all the time when I'm looking for like a more like pink rather than like a subdued pink or a hot pink. Like this is just like absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited to have it for summertime. I love this. So another one I've been loving is this Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit in Nice to Fuchsia. This is like, if I'm looking for a pop of color, this is what I'm looking for. So it is right there. Absolutely beautiful color. Same as the Pure Cosmetics one. It does dry down completely matte. It's very comfortable. Now, I will say these are not, they are drugstore. They are fantastic, but they are not as super long wearing as some of the liquid lipsticks that I have used, and I have used a ton. They do wear, like, I'll just try and show you, like, in the center. So when I put these on, I like to take a lip liner and line my lips and completely fill underneath my lips so that even as it starts to wear, it's not super obvious. You can't see my natural lip under it. And also it kind of ends up, like, by the end of the night giving you a really cool, like, almost ombre effect, because your color is a lot darker on the outside of your lips and it's like faded up nicely. This is fantastic. I've got a couple of shades I will be sharing with you guys in a Wet n Wild haul that I will be putting up very, very soon. This one is just my favorite of the ones, specifically because that color I feel like is great because it's deep enough that you can get away with it in like the winter and the fall, but it's also like, because it's a bright pink, purple, fuchsia color, you can definitely get away with it in the summer as well. More of like a neutral color I've been going for this month is my MAC Select Retro Matte Lip Color in Preferentially Yours. So this is available only to MAC Select members, but it's so easy to become a MAC Select member. They have tons of information about it on their website if you're looking into it. I highly recommend it. Basically, if you are a MAC Select member, you get early releases to the collections. You get special deals when you're doing checkout. I think you get to pick 2 samples instead of 1 sample. And I feel like there's something else. I can't remember. Oh, you get limited edition stuff that's available only to MAC Select members. I think that this is the 3rd thing that I've gotten that you can only get if you're in that kind of a club. So it's like this dusty kind of like rose kind of a color. It is absolutely beautiful. It reminds me a lot of the Graveyard Girl Texas Toast liquid lipstick that I have from Tarte. It's kind of in that similar family. You guys all know I will rant and rave about these till the end of days. They are phenomenal. The color pigmentation's amazing. I don't find them super drying on my lips. I know that some people do. I have tons of them. They last for forever. They're phenomenal, and this one is no exception to that rule. So those are the 3 lip colors that I've been loving. And the last thing that I have for you guys in terms of like beauty products and makeup for this month is eyeshadow. It is my MAC In the Flesh palette. I did not know if I was going to get this because I do have so many MAC shadows, both individual and in palettes. And I watched a lot of reviews on it, and a lot of people said that they didn't like this. They said that the shadows were patchy and really dry and horrible. But then in the end, I was just like, you know what? This is something I have to get and kind of figure out for myself if it's going to work for me, because the colors are beautiful. It is MAC's attempt at a neutral palette. So this is where they ended up. So the thing that I like about this palette a lot is you do get 15 shades. There is a nice variety of matte shades and shimmery shades. Now, I don't find any of them patchy, and I've also heard that a lot of people, you know, say that the colors don't really show up. I don't have that problem because I am so fair. Like, I'm going to swatch just a few of these for you. We'll go with that one. So that's them. Just a few. Put them there. Oh god, my lighting's so bad. Like, I can see these really well, but I feel bad because I know you guys can't. But there's like the pinky one, like your neutral kind of cream colored one, and there's a couple of the shimmers there. So not only do I like that there's a nice variety of that, the one thing that I will say that this is probably missing is a really good, like, dark chocolatey brown. They did not put one of those in here, but I've been kind of able to get away without it, or if I really am missing one, I just go pick it out of my stash. But you could basically do a look with, like, the top row is more of your warms, then you've got cools, and my favorite thing about this is that they put in, like, a in the flesh, like, neutral smoky kind of thing, which I have all over my lids today. I used, what did I use? Pretty much every color but this color is on my lids now. And I feel like even with a lot of, like, you know, palettes that are supposed to be neutral palettes, they'll give you a black maybe, but they don't give you a wide array of, like, to do a full smoky eye. This one does. It gives you the grays and the black. Also gives you, like, a little pop of color with the pink, and that's kind of like a purpley sort of a shimmer. I'm obsessed with this. These are $85, I'm pretty sure, but honestly, if you are looking to pick up some MAC shadows, the individual pro pans are $8. So if you buy 15 of those and make your own like Z palette, it's going to cost you $120 plus the cost of the palette. This is only $85. You're getting the same amount of product as if you did it that way. And the reason that I like these so much is that they are giving you like full looks, like coordinating corresponding colors that go great together. And I have gotten so much use out of this palette since I bought it. It is one of the best decisions I ever made in terms of makeup to pick up this palette. I am obsessed with it. So that's all for my beauty and that kind of stuff. Now, I do like to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about some other stuff that I've been loving for this month. So one thing, I mentioned last month that or I guess January, that I was obsessed with the show The 100. Still am, but because it is now like I'm caught up, I do have to wait for the week by week episode, which is torture. And I know it's going to go on like a small hiatus until the end of April after this week's episode, so that's going to kill me. So in the meantime, I have been doing some serious Netflix like archival watching, and I recently just started Grey's Anatomy, and I'm obsessed. I had seen a couple episodes from their newer seasons on TV, and I really liked it, and I kind of always said one day I'm going to sit down and watch the whole series, and I just picked it up, and I love it. I understand now why so many people are obsessed with it. It's fantastic. I put it on every night. I was watching it right before I filmed this. I will probably be watching it while I am putting this video up. It is incredible. I also like to put up some like songs that I'm really into for the month, and I don't know why this is, but I can't say that like any of my favorite songs for this month are new songs. They're all like older songs by like old artists that I kind of refound and got back in touch with over time. And I don't know if it was because like during February I was feeling like sappy. I was gonna say sappy. No, I was trying to say sappy and I almost said sassy. So yeah, I don't know if I was feeling sappy, but I was like really into Boys to Men, like listening to like The End of the Road, amazing. I also, you know, I told you guys I'm going to a Bruno Mars concert in August, so I've been listening to a lot of his music, trying to get myself ready for that. And one of his songs that I'm obsessed with is an older one, and it's called If I Knew. I'm going to link them all down below so you guys can check them out. And I did just think of one newer song that I'm obsessed with, and that is the Backstreet Boys and Florida Georgia Line duet that they did, and it is God, Your Mama, and Me. Backstreet Boys were my favorite band growing up. I'm still obsessed with them. I did see them in concert the last time they were in town, and they were still amazing. And Florida Georgia Line is one of my favorite country artists right now. So those two together, it was just amazing. The song is super catchy, and the concept is just adorable. Again, if you haven't seen it, I will link the video down below. But that is it for my monthly favorites. I'm sorry this video ran kind of long. I did have a lot to talk about because I skipped a month. I will try not to do that in the future. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel. I'm so excited. I just hit 400 subscribers, which is amazing. Thank you guys all so much for coming on this journey with me. And, you know, for all of those of you who have been here with me since day one, I really appreciate it. And if you're new, welcome to my journey. I am kind of a goof. I'm kind of a nerd. I hope you guys like that. I don't know. Also, I'm going to be putting up a bunch more videos really soon. I've got a Wet n Wild haul, a high-end makeup haul, a MAC starter kit. I finally got all my ducks in a row and put it together, so I will be putting that up for you guys really soon as well. But thank you so much for watching, and I will check you guys later.